As a boy, I remember sitting at a round wood table, about 16 feet long and 6 foot wide, and I would phase my hands through the table while telekinetically carving a wood toy truck with my mind. With pride, that memory would always stay with me. This table had an advanced virtual reality component, which helped you visualize what you desired into existence. A nice lady in a white gown with hair tied in a bun would stand over me, impressed at how gifted I truly was. The room was a castle-like setting with sandstone-like floors and walls, and Gothic-looking windows in which you could see the mountains in the far distance. The sun was bright and shining inside. The lady unrolled this old-looking green canvas cloth, and 3 child-sized daggers fell out. They each had a silver blade and gold handle with large gemstones embedded in the handle. She taught us how to use this blade to cut into magic. Over time, I allowed these memories to bury into the recess of my childhood imagination. I was a magical child growing up. Due to my abilities, I was selected for the Montauk Project. I was taken from my home to a pocket reality outside of time and spent 30 years opening portals and time traveling for the project handlers. Montauk was a place of horror. These memories are more suppressed in me in a maze of fragments and altars and soul shards. In my adulthood, I was telling a friend how I could levitate as a child and had memories of doing magic in a castle. She recommended that I look into the Harry Potter story. I have not explored that content as an adult because I thought it was children's fiction. After going through the series, I remembered this castle that I was in was the same as written by J.K. Rowling in the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter and I carry similar synchronicities. Harry Potter's middle name, James, is my first name, James, and we share birthdays 3 months apart. Ron, Hermione, Harry, and me are all the same age. It looks as if J.K. Rowling's altars at Montauk were given the information as part of the Illuminati script programming. However, Rowling has claimed she got the idea of Harry Potter while sitting on a bus. She has so much knowledge because Rowling was the very strict Hogwarts professor of arithmancy, magical numbers, Septina Vector. I have compiled this content with the help of a few friends who were also in attendance at Hogwarts, as well as my own means through meditation. I don't intend on repeating the Harry Potter storyline as told by J.K. Rowling, but I will explain how the story is real from my perspective, and I will share a few stories from other students at Hogwarts. The Harry Potter universe happened in another alternate reality. This split world was shared by magicless humans known as Muggles in the lower 3rd dimension, while overlapped with witches and wizards in the 4th dimension. In our lower 3rd dimensional reality, magic is restricted due to quantum physics, but in the higher astral 4th dimensional realm, everything is in a state of higher spiritual vibration, which allows thoughts to manifest as magic in a much easier state. The portal to enter Hogwarts, which is what it's actually called, is located somewhere in a very remote region of England on a major ley line intersection. The school is located in a pocket reality outside of time on the 4th dimension. J.K. Rowling stated the school was started somewhere around 950 AD. That is probably accurate, but it seems the school was manifested out of thin air by those of Anunnaki royal blue blood for the purpose of training their descendants as a means of maintaining their power base. History is all wrong. Humanity is under a spell. Prior to the year 1280 AD, Muggle humans were technologically advanced and coexisted with larger humans about 12 foot tall, known as Titans, and extraterrestrials together in cities all over the world. We don't remember because the Muggle memories have been erased when the giants left our realm and E.T. went underground. So let's begin this story by breaking the spell with a shared experience with my friend Adrian, who is also a student at Hogwarts. We meditate together, and soon I feel my consciousness leaving, and suddenly I am back in the interior of that Gothic castle, sitting at that dark brown table. This time it's different. I am Harry James Potter, but my nickname is Jamison, which is the name I prefer you call me. I do not wear glasses, as J.K. Rowling wanted me to look more nerdy than I already was. I am in the House of Gryffindor. There are 2 boys sitting next to me. We all wore trousers and shirts of different colors, as well as a cape. My shirt has burgundy color on it, and the 2 boys next to me have green colors on their shirts, from the House of Slytherin. The boy next to me is Draco Malfoy. Draco's father is also present in the room. He donated a lot of money to Hogwarts. They allowed him special privileges to join in ceremonies like this. Draco didn't turn evil like his father. The other boy, next to him, was Tom Riddle, who later became the evil wizard Voldemort. Tom was a curious boy and would often sneak into the restricted section of the library to learn dark magic. He also made contact with the young boy Lucifer, who was also studying alchemy at Hogwarts. Tom learned how he could split his soul into pieces by killing someone and placing his soul shards into a Horcrux in order to become immortal. Tom was present because on the original timeline, Tom was the same age as Harry and Draco, and they all attended Hogwarts together. Tom and Harry were close friends at first, but in time, Tom became jealous of Harry Potter's parents and used a time travel spell to send him back in time in order to try to kill them, but more on this later. We stick our hands into the table and pull out 3 magical wands. The 3 of us are now forever linked together through magic. Malfoy's wand was wood with diamonds on it. Tom Riddle's wand was crafted into a long gray crystal, and mine looked like a willow branch with a black leather strap. My friend Adrian also sees himself at Hogwarts too, but in the House of Slytherin. We were friends then, and his name was Mikey Tom Fish. Adrian was also friends with Draco Malfoy, who was also a Slytherin, and Draco gave him that nickname. Tom Fish wasn't Adrian's original name, and the other kids thought it sounded funny to relate to a fish and would bully him over it. I also see some of the people I know from the here and now at Hogwarts. Peter the Insider is there. He's writing something on the walls. He is the professor of alchemy, space, and astronomy. He knew about the looking glass and could see into the future. In my world, in the here and now, he works for Division 12 of the Alien Contact Intelligence Organization at Pine Gap, Australia, and Area 51. You may already know about this group, as Division 6 is the Men in Black. I also see Jessica there. She and Peter work together a lot now. Jessica was a psychic teacher, Sybil Trelawney. Harry wants to share a message for us. Before I was Harry Potter, I began my journey in the future. I learned much working with Surge in the X-Men project. From there, I was sent into the past in a different alternate reality from yours in the here and now, and attended Hogwarts. I am also aware of your existence because when our biorhythms are in alignment, we sometimes share memories. Why did you project yourself into our dimension at Hogwarts? James responds, Adrian and I want to bring magic back to our realm. Then Harry replies, then you will need to make a potion. At this point, Harry allowed my consciousness to temporarily project into the enchanted body of my Harry Potter aspect, and Adrian as well as Mikey Tom Fish. We visit Professor Snape's potion classroom, but Snape looks way different than portrayed by the actor Alan Rickman in the movies. He is tall and thin, and his hair is long golden brown, but he still has that evil look. Snape knew Peter the Insider very well back then too. Snape has many stories he wants to share with us about his life as a child. He remembers how Harry Potter's father bullied him horribly as a child. His life was twisted by the Illuminati while growing up. In the altered timeline 2, as presented by the J.K. Rowling books, Snape went to school with Tom Riddle. Dumbledore was his teacher, and he took Snape and Tom Riddle in as children to train them, but Tom was too much of a troublemaker. I will discuss more on this later. We asked Snape if he could create a potion to help Adrian and myself, James, to recover memories of our lives as Mikey Tom Fish and Harry Potter. Snape hands us a tiny angular glass bottle with a blue glowing liquid inside. It tastes horrible and both of us feel the vibrations as our DNA begins to activate the strands in our body, in the here and now. We ask for a money potion. He pours out a greenish yellow oil with a purple vial in the shape of a diamond into a silver spoon. The potion has tiny lavender-like leaves attached on a stem that are soaking inside. Adrian says it tastes like chocolate turpentine. Snape wipes his spoon with his cape and I drink it too. Then we see gold galleons dropping all around us in a huge pile. Adrian asks Snape for another spell to enhance fighting skills, but now he is getting all moody from all the requests. We tell him sorry for asking for so much, but we have traveled from another dimension to get here, and we may not be back for a very long time. He understands and waves his wand to close all the windows. We now see him boiling something in a cauldron witch bowl. It smells like seaweed, grass, and marijuana. He places it in a circular brown glass that has 4 round circles engraved on the sides, and it has a flat bottom. We drink it, and I saw Adrian and myself shapeshift into a samurai, which could be activated if we are attacked. Adrian asks for a strength spell. I see Snape going into his potion cupboard closet. There are tons of vials in here. Snape picks one that is round in a diamond shape. We drink it, and we both feel a giant shower head pouring energy into our bodies. At this point, we knew we outlived our welcome. We thank Snape for his time and then move on to the library to find a book we can download into our dreamscape to bring back into our dimension. As soon as we enter the library, we see that Hermione and Ron Weasley are waving at us to come over and say hi. So we walk over and tell them that both Adrian as Mikey and James as Harry Potter have temporarily enchanted our bodies from our dimension in the here and now to see what we can learn at Hogwarts. They tell us they already know, as word of our quantum entanglement traveled fast from Snape's classroom. The ghost of Tom Riddle's mother is here in the library. She is very pretty. Adrian recognizes her from another past life. Tom Riddle inherited his good looks from both his mother and father. His mother used a love spell on his father, which resulted in Tom being unable to feel love. His mother stopped using the potion on his father, hoping they could have something real, but he left her instead, and they both died soon afterward. Hermione wanted Adrian to know that she was Mikey's girlfriend in the past, but not anymore. They were just friends. Hermione also said that she was my girlfriend, as Harry Potter at Hogwarts. Ron was jealous of us, because he wants to be with her too, but Hermione was annoyed at his goofy behavior, as he was one of the silliest of the Weasel's sons. Eventually, in the future, Ron and Hermione get married. Ron Weasley knew a lot of secrets about Harry, which he sometimes shared with Dumbledore and Hagrid behind his back. Ron tells us that he knows Adrian and his family in that reality. The bloodlines of the families kept them all connected. In another alternate reality, Harry Potter was a Slytherin and was Draco's best friend. In that reality, Harry wasn't really close to Ron or Hermione. We tell them that we're searching for a book at Hogwarts in which we can bring back to our reality within our dreams. They recommend we go to the history section. As soon as Adrian and I approach the shelf, a book about Hogwarts history levitates right towards our hands. Adrian also sees a copy of the Book of the Dead on a shelf in the restricted section. The cover looks like black leather, possibly made from a human-reptilian hybrid. It says on the top that you must chant the protection spell, Auto, Ramata, Victo, 3 times before opening, otherwise demons could attack you when you open the book. The words translate from Spanish to English as Victory of Self-Mastery. We carry these 2 books with us to the checkout section. The librarian had no issues with us checking out the Book of the Dead from the restrictions section, because we changed the cover of the Book of the Dead to the history of Hogwarts. Harry would bring this book to Snape's classroom and secretly study dark magic. Snape allowed him to do this as a way to teach Harry how to better defend himself from dark magic. We now visit Dumbledore's office. Dumbledore, Hagrid, and Snape are in there talking to Harry. Harry got in trouble again with the Ministry of Magic. Dumbledore says, "Harry, you are not supposed to use magic outside of Hogwarts." Harry replies, "But a Dementor attacked my girlfriend." It happened while he was on summer break in London. In the book, J.K. Rowling's had the Dementor attack Harry's stepbrother, but it actually attacked Hermione, who spent a lot of time with Harry on school break. Harry chanted, "Expecto Patronum!" The spell had lit up the entire city. Dumbledore had to bring in all the staff from Hogwarts to wipe the minds of all the Muggle people in the entire city. It was a huge deal. We then go to Hagrid's house. It's daytime and there's snow on the ground. There are elves inside. Adrian knocks on the door and Hagrid is already there, but he is alone. Something is cooking in a black pot on the fire. Hagrid is much bigger here than seen in the movies. He looks about 12 feet tall. He is a Titan. He wants us to help find his hippogriff. who hid in another dimension in order to escape the chopping block. The Hippogriff was ordered to be killed after biting Draco Malfoy, even though it was Draco's fault that he got bit. I was close to Buckbeak, and it was a privilege to often fly on his back. Hagrid told us there's a potion we can use to bring him back. Hagrid tried the potion already, but it would always backfire. Hagrid asked Dumbledore for help, and Dumbledore recommended a brilliant wizard like Harry to cast the spell. Harry was perfect because he was more interested in animals than magic and witchcraft, and plus, the Hippogriff calls to him. We put the Hippogriff's feather in a vial, and a small purple swirl opens into a vortex in the sky. The Hippogriff first puts its head through the opening, then feet, and finally wings. He is struggling to come through, as this is a slow portal. Hagrid said, "Thank you, Harry, I love you all so much," and gives us a huge hug. He is a gentle giant. He mounts the Hippogriff and flies away. I ask Adrian as Mikey to check out the Quidditch pitch. In this timeline, we are on different teams, Gryffindor and Slytherin. We select our brooms and play the game high up in the air. The Weasley twins are joining in now. Afterward, we see Santa Claus has just visited Hogwarts. Santa really loves Hogwarts and stops by all the time during the winter.